ఫస్ట్ ఏది చేయాలి అమ్మా? అప్రాక్సిమేషన్స్, రైట్? ఫస్ట్ సెట్ అప్రాక్సిమేషన్. నెక్స్ట్ డిఐలో కూడా టేబుల్ ఈజీ. యూజువల్గా సింగిల్ ఇమేజెస్ ఉన్నాయి ఫస్ట్ చేసుకోవాలి, 2 ఇమేజెస్ ఉన్నాయి తర్వాత చేసుకోవాలి, 2 ఇమేజెస్ ఉన్నాయి తర్వాత టైం టేకింగ్. సింగిల్ ఇమేజ్లో కూడా టేబుల్ వర్సెస్ గ్రాఫ్, లైన్ గ్రాఫ్, రైట్? సో బోత్ ఆర్ ఈజీ, నో ఇష్యూ. రెండిట్లో ఓకే. ఎందుకంటే పారామీటర్స్ చూడండి, ఇన్ టేబుల్ యూ హ్యావ్ 3 parameters: ఆర్ట్స్, సైన్స్, కామర్స్. And in graph also you have 3 parameters: A, B, C. Both almost take same time. If you have percentage, you can hold it, but direct numbers are there, need not to worry about it. So either table or line graph, anything is easy. So 2, 3 comes there. Next, fourth set, fourth one. 3 అయిపోయినాయి, తర్వాత ఏం చేయాలి అమ్మా? నంబర్ సిరీస్. ఓకే, నో ఇష్యూ. కానీ నంబర్ సిరీస్ మాత్రం ఫస్ట్ చేయదు, అదే తలకైనా వస్తాయో రావో తెలియదు, అక్కడక్కడే కొట్టుకొని కూర్చుంటారు. రీజనింగ్ చేస్తున్నామో అర్థమెటిక్ చేస్తున్నామో కూడా తెలియదు. అర్థమెటిక్ కాబట్టి అర్థమెటిక్ చేసుకున్నాం ఫస్ట్, బట్ ఫైన్, నో ఇష్యూ. బట్ నెవర్ స్టార్ట్ యువర్ క్వాంట్ పేపర్ విత్ నంబర్ సిరీస్, ఎందుకంటే ఇట్ కిల్స్ యువర్ టైం. తెలియకుండా టైం కిల్ అయిపోతుంది. క్వశ్చన్ వదిలేసి నెక్స్ట్ దానికి పోనివ్వదు, అది అక్కడ ఆపేస్తుంది. నెక్స్ట్ aptitude is easy, right? Aptitude is easy, and then last you can go for DA with 2 images. This is how you need to process your question paper. Let's see, come on. So first prati paper ki index discuss cheddam. Solution matra first question nunche chepta. First we have to discuss which question to be picked up, right? Order priority. Now 31 to 35. What is that? You have a table, total number of students given in for 5 years, and you have past candidates in 3 categories: arts, science, commerce. Now, what percent of the students passed in science in 2001? 2001, how many students are there first of all? 900 are there, right? So, and you're asked about percentage of candidates who passed in science. So, 210 out of 900, percentage, right? So, into 100. 10%, 20%, 180. 20% is 180. To 180, if you add 30, it becomes 210. And you said 10% is 90. You need to add 30, which is 1/3 of 90. So 1/3 of 10%, which is 3 1/3%. Answer 23 1/3%. Try to get your percentage always only from denominator. Only from denominator. Next, what is the average of commerce students passed in 2001 to 2005? Commerce students average, right? So if you want to go for average, take benchmark. Look at your options. Options are all in hundreds. Take 100 as benchmark. Look at your first number, which is 15 more than average, 15 more than 100. Second number is equal, third number is 10 more, fourth number is 21 more, last number is 16 less, 16 less, 15 over, 1 over. Total you are left with 30. After making every number as 100, you are still left with 30, and now you need to adjust 30 among 5 numbers, so each gets 6. Answer 106. Take benchmark whenever you are asked about average, and benchmark can be decided by looking at what? By looking at options. Next, in which year the percentage of students passed in science is more than the total percentage of those passed in arts and commerce together? In the sense, science students should be more than arts and commerce together. If number of students are more, then percentage will be more definitely. Yes or no? Look for that. First one itself is arts and commerce together is 190. Yes or no? Arts and commerce together is 190, and whereas science is 210. So science is more than, science candidates are more than arts and commerce candidates. So percentage will be obviously more. Yes or no? And for 2005 also, right? 2005 also. 2001 and 2005. Oh, options are all fine. Option has 2001 and 2005. Next. What is the ratio of total students and total pass students in 2003? Total students in 2003, how much is that? 820. And past candidates in 2003, how much is that? 420. 0, 0 cancel. 41 by 21. In which year minimum percentage of students fail? Minimum percentage failures in the sense maximum should get be pass. So in which year we have maximum pass? Maximum pass candidates. You asked about percentage, right? Percentage. Right. Come on. Only 4 options are there. None good only kada. Let's do it for 5. First one is for 900 and pass candidates are how much? 210. Wait a minute, I'll tell you. 75 plus last number 115. How much is that? 190. 190 to 10, 400. 400 out of 900. Don't try to calculate this. Just write numbers. Then we can compare. Second one. 80, 80, 160 and then 200. 360 out of 860. Next. 420 out of 820. Now you can eliminate these two. Pass candidates are more and total number of candidates are less. Pass candidates are more. At the same time denominator is less. Obviously this number will be definitely more than these two. You can eliminate these two. Next, third one. How much is that? 100, 100, 100. Total 300. 70, 20, 10, 100, 400 and then 2 plus 2 plus 1, 5. 405 out of 905. You can eliminate that. Same logic. Pass candidates are more, total number of candidates are less. 2004 cannot be your answer. Next. 884 and pass candidates are not even 400. 384. Eliminate that. Numerator is more, denominator is less. Compared with other 4 options, 2003 has more numerator value and less denominator value. 2003 is your answer. Next. So when you have more pass percentage, failure percentage will be obviously less. Next, 36. Two friends X and Y entered into partnership, find the share of X profit. X profit. When can you get X profit? If you know profit sharing ratio. When will you get profit sharing ratio? Amma? If you know investments and time, or at least ratio. Ratio between investments and times. Next, first one, option A. The ratio of the capitals of X and Y is 3:5. Using 1 alone, using A alone, will you get it? No, time ratio is not there. Investment ratio is there. I1 is to I2 is there. Time ratio is not there. Next, B. X invested his money for 2 months more than Y. Using only 2, will you get it? A and B? A and B. Do you know how many months that A invested and B invested? Not given. They just said 2 months less. It can be 1 month, 3 months, 2, 4, 3, 5, like that. N number of combinations are there. Using A, B alone also you cannot get it. Yes or no? Next, C. Y's share in the total profit is 1000 less than the share of X. Y's share, profit of Y is 1000 less than profit of X. From 3, will you get it? No. All together? No. Time period of Y is 2 months more than time period of X. Antena? X invested his money for 2 months less, 2 months more. If you know the time periods, using A and B itself you can get it. time period is not given in number, but they have compared it. So comparison cannot be done. All three also you cannot get it, because profit of X by profit of Y will be investment multiplied by time ratio visit, which is given as 3:5. So 3 by 5 into X invested 2 months more than Y. Let's say Y invested for T period, he is going to invest for T plus 2. And profit of X is also not given, let it be P. Y profit will be P minus 1000. How many variables are there? How many variables are there? How many equations are there? Using one equation, can you solve two variables? Not possible, answer cannot be determined. Next. Find the monthly expenditure of a person. Monthly expenditure. Right. His monthly income is 2,400. Using A alone, will you get it? No. You should know savings. If you know savings, you can get your answer. Expenditure is income minus savings. Income is given. You need savings also. A alone is not sufficient. Next. The ratio of his expenditure to his income during the year is 3:4. Expenditure to income ratio is 3:4. Using B alone, will you get it? No. From A and B? Yes. Because income is given as 2,400 in first option, and from the ratio it is 4 parts. If 4 parts is 2,400, you can calculate 3 parts. A and B will give you answer. Next, C. His average monthly savings is 600. Savings is given as 600. Using A and B, we will get it. Using A and C, will you get answer or not? Yes. Using B and C? Yes. Expenditure 3 parts, income 4 parts. What about 1 part? Savings. 1 part is 600, 3 parts is equal to how much? So any two informations are enough to get the answer. Any two are enough. Parallelogram area formula. Base into? Naaku raadu adi. Better I will leave this question. Next, 39. A person travels from X to Y and vice versa. Return back from Y to X. How long will it take to travel both the ways by bus? Time taken to travel from X to Y and Y to X by bus. Right. How long? Long ante time. First one. It takes 15 hours in traveling from X to Y by train and returning by bus. So one journey with train and one journey with bus takes 15 hours. Using this, will you get your answer? No. Next. The distance between two places is 360. Distance is given as 360, which is nowhere related to us. A and B? No. Next, C. He can save 3 hours if he travel both the ways by train. In the sense, onward journey train and return journey train. He can save 3 hours. He can save 3 hours in the sense, how many hours? If you include A and C, that will be 12 hours. If you include A and C, here it is taking 15 hours, so 3 hours less will be 12 hours. ఇది లేకుండా ఇక్కడ 12 అని రాయగలమా? No. You have to include this. Using A and C, will you get answer or not? For one side journey, it takes 6 hours if you go by train. Subtract 6 hours from here, 9 hours. So bus takes 9 hours for one journey. Up and down, 18 hours. So using A and C, you will get your answer. Next, 41. 41. అక్కడ నాకు ఒక వర్డ్ కనపడింది, ఇన్ రేడియస్. నాకు సంబంధం లేదు. రైట్, నెక్స్ట్ 41 to 45. The following graph shows the per share value of 3 companies. Right, you have 6 years data from 95 to 2000 and ABC companies. Fine. In which of the following years the percentage increase or decrease in the per share value of the company B with respect to the previous year is the maximum? So you need to have highest increase or highest decrease. Highest increase or it may be highest decrease. So rise or fall should be high for company B. B in the sense triangle, right? Yes or no? Just observe the values. 32 then 40. Minimum increase. 42 to 64. Maximum is 64 increase. So 64, 1997 can be your answer. There you have highest increase. From 40 to 64 in the sense increased by 24 from 40. 24 increase from 40. Yes or no? Next, from 97 to 98, 64 has come down to 56. Minimum decrease. Cannot be your answer. Next, 98 to 99, 56 to 16. Decreased by 40 out of 56. Can be your answer. Next, 99 to 2000, 16 increased to 24. 8 out of 16, 50% only. But these values are more than 50%. How much percent is this? 50% of denominator. 50% of denominator, 20. And it is 4 more. In the sense 10% of denominator more. Total 60%. 10% of this number, 5.6. 60% in the sense into 6, right? 5.6 into 6 can never be equal to or nearby 40. 40 is more than that. 40 is more than 60% of this. Yes or no? Answer 1999. Next, 42. Mr. Sanjeev purchased 150 shares of company A in 1997. 1997, company A. Company A represents a star. How much is its value? 48. And how many? Each share value is 48 rupees. But Sanjeev purchased 150 shares. So total costs him 150 into Amma? 1997, okay. 1997, 72, correct. 1997. At the end of the year, the company announced 8% dividend. What amount did Mr. Sanjeev get at the end of the year? Right. So, 150 times of this number. 100 times of this number is 00. 50 times is half of this. 36 total, 9,800. 10,800. Now percentage dividend is 8%. What about 1% of this number? 108. 8% will be 8 into 108. 100 into 8, 800. 8 into 8, 64. Total 864. 11,664. Which of the following statements is true? First one, the price of one share of company A in 1995 was 200% that of company C in 1998. Company A share in 1995, how much is that? 48. Company A share in 1995. And company C share in 1998. 1998 company C share is 24. What is your statement? The price of one share of company A in 1995 was 200% that of the company share in 1998. Is this true? Yes or no? Yes. First one is right answer. Need not to verify other options. Just look at those options. Just look at those options. Second one is altogether separate statement. Third one is also separate statement. And fifth one is none of this. One is right answer. One combination తోటి మిగిలిన ఆప్షన్స్ ఏవి లేవు. ఆల్ ఎక్కడుంది? ఆల్ స్టేట్మెంట్స్ కరెక్ట్ ఉందా? ఫాల్స్ స్టేట్మెంటా? ఓకే ఫైన్. There is an increase in 100% in the price of one share of company B from 1995 to 1997. 100% increase. Company B in 1995. How much is that? 40. In 1995. 95 and then 97. Company B. 95. 32. 97. Triangle. 64. How much increase we have? 100%. Second one is also right. Third one, in 1998, C's one share cost is less than that of A and B. In 1998, ABC. In 1998, ABC, A is 32, B is 56, C is 24. What is your statement? C's one share cost is less than that of A and B. Yes or no? Third one is also right. Fourth one, none of the company shows continuous increase or decrease in the cost of the share with respect to the previous year. Continuous increase or continuous decrease? Do you have anything like that? No. You have ups and downs, right? Graph ups and downs ఉన్నాయి కదా. Continuous increase లేదు, continuous decrease కూడా లేదు. Fourth one is false. Next. అమ్మా. Fourth one correct. Statement correct. Statement is correct. None of the company shows continuous increase or continuous decrease in the cost of share. So fourth one is right option. Answer fifth option. Next 44. In which of the following years C's per share value is maximum? C should have maximum value. C is square, right? Look for the highest value. 64. 64, that is 1995. That's it. Next 45. In which of the following years the difference between A's and C's share value is minimum? A and C is minimum. Minimum ante takku undali. Gap should be less. They should be very close to each other. A and C, star and square. First one, how much value we have? How much value you have? 16. In 1995 you have 16 and 96 again 16, 97 అది కూడా 16 ఏనా వీడి దుంపదేగా 98 8 98 can be your answer ఉందా ఉంది wait hold it and then 99 more than 8 need not worry about it. Next 2000, is that more than 8 or not? 8. Exactly 8. So answer can be 1998 or 2000. Both are there. Which option is right? Should be 1998. Oh, both in the both 1998 and then 2000. Next 46 to 50. Cube value 41.3. You can definitely calculate 41.3 value, but before going to answer, just verify your options. Options are very close to each other, especially first option and third option, second option and fourth option, first option and fifth option. If they are that much close to each other, it is better to skip this question. Skip చేసిన వాళ్ళు తెలియని వాళ్ళు అవుతారు. I will tell you 41 cube. Do you know a plus b whole cube value? Formula. Tell me. A cube 3. Order is very important. Order is very important. A cube plus 3a square b plus 3ab square plus b cube. Backtracking. Divide this number into two parts. A is 4, b is 1. B cube, 1 cube, 1. Next 3ab square, 3 into 4, 12. 12 into 1, 12. You should write only one number, one carry. Next part 3a square b, 3 into a square is 16. 16 3 is 48. 48 into 1, 48. Plus 1, 49. 9, 4 carry. Next a cube, 4 cube, 64. Plus 4, 68. 41 cube is 68,921. But all options are more than that, but very close to each other. Better for these type of questions, especially when you have cube value, look for options. If you have maximum difference between options, you can try that question. Otherwise, it is better to skip this. Next. 47. %332% of 550 divided by 180. Yellow shirt and blue shirt. If you are not interested, you can leave. Yellow t-shirt and blue shirt. మీరే మాట్లాడేటప్పుడు అమ్మాయిల వైపు చూడటం కాదు, అది ముందు ఉండాలి. వచ్చిన దగ్గర నుంచి 4 సార్లు చూసాం మీ ఇద్దరు. Next. 47, right? %332% of 550 divided by 180. Instead of that, better try to calculate 550% of 330. %500% plus 50%. 500% in the sense 5 times of the number. 5 times of the number is 10 times and then make it half. 10 times. Let's make it half. 1660. This is 5 times, which is 500%. 10% of this number will be 50% only, right? 500 and 10% of that number is 50. 10% of this is 166. 1700, 1826. 1826 divided by 180. 10 times and you have 26 more. Out of 180, 26 is nothing. So approximation 10. Next. 50,000, under root 50,000 divided by 13. Under root 50,000. Now, what is 200 square? 40,000. 40,000. But you have 50,000. So it is more than that. 200 square is 40,000. Let me calculate 250 square because 300 square is 90,000 again. As you have 2 zeros, as you have 0, I will get 2 zeros and 25 square is 625. But our number is 50,000, which will be definitely in between these two, but not exactly the middle number. Not exactly the middle number. Because here we have 10,000 gap and here 12,500 gap. So it cannot be not even 225 square. Yes or no? If it is 225 square, that will be exactly in between these two. That would be 51,000 something. But you have less than that. Answer will be definitely less than 225. Yes or no? Let me treat it as 224. divided by 13. 13 10 times 130, 20 times 260. This is 36 less than that. That will be 3 times less than that. 3 times less than 20 times. Answer 17 times. Next. $348.99. You can treat that number as 350. 350 plus 250. 600 minus 111. 600 minus 111. 589 divided by 55. Amma? Alright, 400. Correct. 489. 10 times of denominator is 550. You have less than that. Answer should be a single digit number. 550 and then 489. Difference is 550. 10 times of this number is 550. 550 and 489. 61. That is near about 1 time less. 1 time less than 10 times, 9 times answer. Next. Take that 4620 to the left hand side. So that becomes 8855 minus 4620. And this is 75 multiple of what? This is what you need to calculate. 55 20 35, 88 46 42 divided by 75. Look at your options first. Options are very close to 50. So that will be definitely 50 times. 100 times of this number is 7500. As options are nearby 50, let me directly go for 50 times. 100 times is 7500. Half of that is 3750. To make it 4235, you need to add 485. This is 250 less than 4000. This is 235 more than 4000. 250 plus 235, 485. 485 is how many times? If 50 times is this much, 5 times will be 375, which is more than that. 375 and 485, difference is 110. 110. 110 in the sense more than 1 time but less than 2 times. So this value will be more than 6 times but less than 7 times. Answer will be more than 56 but less than 57. Look at your options. 56.5. Clear? Next, 51. 51. Answer. Third option. Why third option? 7 multiples. Difference 11 multiples. Oh, third answer antunara. Right. Okay. I am looking for third number. Right. Except 279, remaining all are 11 multiples. నాకు ఆ సబ్జెక్ట్కి సంబంధం లేదు, రీజనింగ్ మాస్టర్ని అడగండి. నా లాజిక్ అది. 279 ఈజ్ నాట్ 11 మల్టిపుల్. దిస్ ఈజ్ రీజనింగ్ క్వశ్చన్. ఇందులో వచ్చింది కాబట్టే చెప్తున్నా. గడప దాటిన తర్వాత అడిగితే నాకు సంబంధం లేదని చెప్తా. ఓకేనా? కరెక్టా కాదనేది రీజనింగ్ మాస్టర్ తోటి తెలుసుకోవటమే. 52. Yeah, you can see 54 and 18. Second number and third number. What is that? Divided by 3, right? Divided by 3. And you have 27 and 9. This is also divided by 3. You have 18.5 and then 4.5. Every alternate number. Is this divided by 3? We'll see. And how are you getting 54 using 36? Into 1.5. Yes or no? 18 into 1.5, 27. 27 divided by 3, 9. Satisfied? Into 1.5, 9 into 1.5, 9 plus 4.5. You should have 13.5 here. 13.5 divided by 3, is that 4.5? Yes. So instead of 18.5, you are supposed to have 13.5. Next, 582, 6, should be difference, I think. Should be difference. 582, 605, 588, 611, 634, 617, 600. How much is this difference? 18 plus 5, 23. Plus 23, and it is minus 12 plus 7, 17. 11, 12, 23 should be hold it. Hold. చెప్తా కదా, ప్లస్ మైనస్ వచ్చింది. This again minus 17 and it is minus 17 and it is plus 23. Something ikkade wrong. You should have minus 17 here. 611 minus 17. Subtract first 11. Then you need to subtract 6. 600 minus 6. 594. If you have 594 here, is plus 23 is equal to 617? Yes or no? This is wrong one. Right? Next. Let's get it from the back. 54. 1 into 2. 2 into something, 24 something. ఏవో చాలా వచ్చినాయి. వస్తున్నా. What is your second number? 3840. I don't want to concentrate first number. Forget about it because that is not there in options. I don't want to consider first one because that is right. Next is 384. Clearly says divided by 10. Next is 48, 24, 2, 1. This is divided by 2, satisfied. Let me just go for a guess. By 4, by 6, by 8, by 10, satisfied. Just look at this. 384 by 8. 8 8s, 64. 48 times 320 plus 8 8, 64. 320, 64. This is also right. 48 divided by 6, you should have 8 here. 8 by 4, 2. 2 by 2, 1. Yes. E place lo wrong. 55. ఎవరైనా చెప్పేస్తారు నాకు తెలుసు. 55. 124. Except that remaining numbers are cubes. I think you should accept my 51 question logic. Whoever says, whoever have doubt, because 279 is not a multiple of 11, answer for first question is 279, and last question, because 124 is not a perfect square, perfect cube, 124 is wrong one. Yes or no? Same logic kada? Ante arithmetic అనిపించామా? లాజిక్ అక్కడ ఇక్కడ ఒకటే. Come on. 56. X and Y together can do a work in 14 days. X alone can do the same work in 25 days. In how many days Y alone can do it? One way is you can go for one day work, or let me go for units method. X and Y together and X, and then you are asked about only Y. X and Y together can do it in 14 days. X alone can do it in 25 days. You are asked about Y will take how many days alone to complete the work. Let's go for LCM of 14 and 25. Co-prime numbers. Product is here LCM. 4 25s is 100. 8 25s 200. 12 25s 300. You have 2 more 25s 50. So total work is 350 units. X and Y does 25 units. X alone does 14 units, Y will complete 11 units per day. These are per day work, 1 day work. Together can complete 25 units. Out of 25, X alone does 14 units. So Y alone does 11 units. You asked about total number of days taken by Y to complete the total work. Total work in the sense 350 units. At the rate of 11 units per day, he will take 350 by 11 days. 30 times of this number, 3 times 33, you have 20, 31 time. How many options are there? Okay, anta daaka vacha complete cheyalema. 31 9 by 11. Or else you can go for 1 day work concept also. It's up to you. Anything is fine. Next, 57. A 80 meters long train is running at 72 km per hour. In how much time will it cross electric pole? If a train wants to cross electric pole or a person or milestone, distance traveled in that case becomes just train length. So you asked about time. Time is equal to distance by speed. Distance is train length, which is given as 80 meters, and speed of the train, you have only speed for train, only one speed is there. So you can directly consider that 72 km per hour, but this is given in meters, into 5 by 18. 18 4 times, 4 5 is 20, 80 by 20, 4 seconds. 58. A man can row boat upstream at the speed of 8 km per hour. What is given in that? Upstream speed. Upstream speed. And downstream at the speed of 12 km per hour. Downstream speed is given. At what speed can he row the boat in still water? When you have downstream and upstream, man speed will be equal to average, right? Downstream plus upstream by 2. And if you are asked about stream speed? If you are asked about stream speed, difference by 2. Downstream minus upstream by 2. So you just need to go for average. How much is average of 8 and 12? 10. 10 km per hour. Speed of the boat in still water. Speed of the man in still water. Man speed. Next, 59. What will be the compound interest on 30,000? After 3 years, at the rate of 15% per annum. Which method? Powers method or addition method? Addition is easy because rate of interest is 15%, which is a non-round figure. Go for addition method. If it is round figure, go for powers method. Right. Write your principal and start. How much is your principal? 30,000. First year interest, second year interest, third year interest. What is that you are asked about? Only compound interest. Come on. 15% of this. 4,500. 10% is 3,000. Half 1,500. 15% 4,500. Second year you will have to calculate 15% on this and on 4,500. We will calculate compound interest on the numbers we see there. Write your principal and then start. First year you can see only 30,000, calculate 15% of this. Now second year you can see both the numbers. So calculate 15% of these two. Of this it is 4,500 already plus 15% of this. 10% 450, half 225, total 675. Now you can see 4 numbers. Of all those numbers you need to calculate 15%. 15% of this 4,500 plus 15% of this 675. 15% of this again 675. So 675 plus 675 plus 15% of this. 10% is 67 point something. 5% will be 30 somewhere. Approximately that will be 100. I don't want to calculate it. I don't want to calculate it. Right. Now let's add everything because you are asked about compound interest. 4,000, 4,000, 4,000. Matladali. 12,000. 13,000. 13,500. This set is over. 13,500. 600, 600, 600. 1,800 plus 100. 1,900. 2,050. 2,125 something. Plus let me add 2,100 approximate. Together will give you 15,600. How many options are there? Only one. 15,600 something. We have already left 25. We have already left 25 here. So actually you will get 15,625. Answers should be very close to each other. You have only one option, fourth one right answer. Next. Two trains running in opposite direction cross a man standing on the platform in 30 seconds. And second one 15 seconds respectively, and they cross each other in 24 seconds. What is the ratio of speeds? Speed ratio. Let's take first one speed is x and second one speed y. In both the cases, train length 1 plus train length 2 should be equal to train length 1 plus train length 2. Yes or no? In left hand side, I will take the case where both the trains are crossing a person, and right hand side I will take both the trains crossing each other. When a train crosses another train, what is the distance travelled in that case? Hey, if a train tries to cross another train, what is the distance travelled in that case? Train length 1 plus train length 2. If a train tries to cross a person, what is the distance travelled in that case? Length of the train, first train and second train. Are you getting? How will you get distance? T ante time anukunnaru. This is train 1 length. L1 plus L2 is equal to L1 plus L2. Ila anukondi poni. How will you get distance? Speed into time. Speed of the first train is x. Yes or no? Second train is y. And what is the time taken for the first train to cross a person? 30 seconds. Speed into time, 30 into x. This is train length 1. And second train takes 15 seconds to cross a same person, right? If a train tries to cross a person, distance travelled in that case will be equal to train length. Second train length will be equal to speed into time. Train length 1 plus train length 2 is equal to, and both the trains cross each other in 24 seconds. 24 seconds. In what direction they are moving? Opposite direction or same direction? When they are moving in opposite direction, you must take relative speed S1 plus S2. If they are moving in same direction, S1 minus S2. So relative speed becomes S1 plus S2, x plus y, and the time taken is 24. Cancellation, let's go for 30x, 24x, 6x, 24x, 15y, 24y minus 15y, 9y. X by y is 3 by 2, ratio 3 is to 2, where x and y are speeds. $60 over, right. Next, 61 to 65. What do you mean by income? My income ante enti? Expendent, income ante expenditure. Income ante expenditure. Mogollu ante aadallu annattu undi. Income means selling price. Expenditure means cost price. Let's say you have a bookshop. What is your income? What is your income? If you sell books, you will get income. Selling price. What is your expenditure? You have to purchase books. In order to sell, first of all, you need to purchase books, right? So that's where your expenditure, right? So income means selling price. Expenditure means cost price, right? Now look at the first one. The proportion of income of 7 companies in a state during a financial year, right? The segregation is given in a pie chart, but let me write numbers here. A, B, C, D, E, F, G. Just let me write numbers, percentage. 18, 12, 3, 20, 10, 25, 12%. These are all incomes, in the sense selling price. Selling price share of 7 companies in a particular year. Given in percentage. Were you given total income? Were you given total income? No, total income is not given in instruction. Paina undedi instruction, bommalo undedi information. Instruction lo gaani, information lo gaani ekkada kuda total income ani cheppaledu. So income is not given, total income is not given. Next, the percentage of profits of these companies during the financial year is given again. So these are selling prices and profit percentages for A 20%, B 15%, 25%, 12%, 20%, 24%, 10%. Right. Selling price is given, profit percentage is given. Right? Clear? Now let's start 61. What was the ratio of expenditure? What do you mean by expenditure? Cost price of company A to the company C. Company A to the company C. So you need to calculate 18% of total income, 3% of total income. Both the percentages are calculated on the same number, so you will get the answer. You will get the answer. Forget about what is the total income be. Let it be X. What is this? Selling price. What is this? Selling price. And how much profit you have? 20%. So selling price of A becomes 120% of A, which is equal to 18% of total income. If you can calculate 100% of A, will you get cost price or not? Is this going to be cost price or not? Yes or no? Yes, you will get it. This is cost price of A. And company C made 25% profit. So selling price becomes 125% of A, 125% of C, which is equal to 3%. If you can calculate 100% of C, you will get your answer. 120% is equal to 18. 1% is equal to 18 by 120. 100% is equal to into 100. 125% of C is equal to 3%. 1% of C is equal to 3 by 125%. 100% will be equal to into 100. This is cost price of A, this is cost price of C. It asks about ratio. 18 by 120 into 3 by 120. Denominator and denominator comes to numerator, 125. 3 how many times? 6 how many times? 20 times. Cancellation with 5, this is 25 times and this is 4 times. 25 by 4. Ratio 25 is to 4. See, because into 100 will be there in numerator and denominator, both gets cancelled. So I don't want to write it. Just take 1% of A and 1% of C and compare ratio. 100% ki ratio anna 1% ki 1% kanna okate kada. Yes or no? So that is the reason why I am taking only 1% of A, which is 18 by 120. 1% of C is 3 by 125. If you consider into 100, that comes in numerator and also in denominator. రాయాలి మళ్ళీ కొట్టేయాలి, టైం వేస్ట్. అది రాసి కొట్టేసిన తర్వాత తెలియకూడదు, టైం వేస్ట్ అని ముందే తెలియాలి. నెక్స్ట్ 62. If the difference between incomes of company A and company E was 240 crores, what was the total expenditure of both the companies? Difference is given. Will you get answer? Yes sir. Answer వస్తుందా? ఎంతమందికి వచ్చింది చేయొద్దండి. How many of you got answer? 1, 2, 3, 4. వచ్చిందా? ఏ నెల ఇది? రైట్, నెల తీసి పక్కన పెట్టండి. నెక్స్ట్ మీరు రాసే ఎగ్జామ్లో మీకు ఉద్యోగం రాకపోతే నెక్స్ట్ రాయబోయే ఎగ్జామ్లో డిసెంబర్లో నన్ను కలవండి, మీకు సీసీలో ఉద్యోగం ఇస్తా విత్ 25,000 శాలరీ టిల్ యూ గెట్ జాబ్. వద్దు అంటావా ఎస్ అంటున్నావు? నాకు అర్థం కావట్లేదు, ఇట్లా అంటున్నావు. నేను భయపెడుతున్నాను, అక్క నువ్వు అట్లా, అక్క నువ్వు అట్లా అంటే. రైట్, నా నోట్లోంచి వస్తే కొన్ని జరుగుతాయి. చేస్తున్నా నీ కూడా అట్లా ఊరికే అనరు అబ్బా. రైట్ ఫ్రమ్ 2008 ఆన్వర్డ్స్ నేను ఏదనుకుంటే అవి జరిగిపోతాయి. నాకంటూ ఒక పర్సనల్గా ఒక టార్గెట్ పెట్టుకుంటే ఇది అవ్వాలి అని అనుకుంటే ఇది ఖచ్చితంగా అయిపోతుంది. ఇది 2008 నుండి. దిస్ ఈజ్ నాట్ స్మాల్ రికార్డ్. దిస్ ఈజ్ నాట్ స్మాల్ రికార్డ్. లాస్ట్ టైం కూడా నేను ఒక ఇద్దరు అమ్మాయిలు చెప్పాను, వాళ్ళిద్దరు ఇక్కడ లేరులేండి, వెళ్ళిపోయారు. వాళ్ళు వెళ్ళిపోయేటప్పుడు చెప్పి వెళ్ళారు, 6 నెలల్లో వస్తుందన్నావు 3 నెలల్లోనే వచ్చిందని చెప్పి వెళ్ళారు. ఇద్దరు వెళ్ళిపోయారు. ఒక అమ్మాయి అయితే మొన్నటి దాకా ఇక్కడిక్కడే తిరిగింది, అమ్మాయికి 2 ఉద్యోగాలు వచ్చినాయి. కమాన్, చెయ్యి ఎత్తితే ఊరికి నీకు వస్తుందని చెప్పరు, లోపల మనసులో రావాలి. రైట్, యు ఆర్ గివెన్ ఇన్కమ్స్ డిఫరెన్స్ బిట్వీన్ ఏ అండ్ ఈ. దీస్ ఆర్ ఇన్కమ్స్ A and E. How much is the difference? 8%, and in terms of number it is 240. 8 30 times. So A occupies 18%. 18 30 times 540. 540. So selling price of A is equal to 540 and E it is 10%. 10 into 30, 300. Selling price of E is 300 crores. But you asked about their expenditure. What was their total expenditure? Total expenditure in the sense you need to calculate cost price of A and cost price of E. Selling price. For A we got 20% profit. 20% profit in the sense it becomes 120% of A. Cost price will be 100% of A. Selling price of E. E had 20% profit. Selling price becomes 120% of E. So 120% of E is equal to this much. Cost price in the sense 100% of E is how much? Need to calculate these two and add those two values. Wait a minute. 120% is equal to 540. Here also 120% is equal to 300. So total it is 120% of A and E together it is 840. 7 times 100% of A and E 700. Close it. Next, which of the following companies has, see otherwise you need to go for 2 individual conversions. 2 కన్వర్షన్ చేయాలి, చేయలేమా ఇక్కడ? ఎస్ సార్. 450 అనుకోండి, 450 అనుకోండి. 450లో 10% ఎంత? 45. 20%? 90. 450 plus 90, is that equal to 540 or not? 100% is 450. 120% is 300. 100% is definitely less than this. Let's make it 250. 10% of 250, 25. 20%, 50. 250 plus 50, 300. This is 250. And you need to add these two. That's what. Need to go for 2 individual conversions, which obviously takes time. This is 120%, this is also 120%. So total will be 120% of both A and E. Next, which of the following companies has recorded maximum profit in this financial year if the combined income of these companies is 300 crores? Combined income is 300 crores. 3000. Do you really need to use number? Asal 3000 avasarama? If you are not given 3000, if total income is not given, will you get answer or not? Yes. Instead of that 3000 you may have any stupid number, and that number itself is not required for us, and you should get maximum profit. Yes or no? When will you get maximum profit? When will you get maximum profit? Ideally speaking, if your profit percentage is high. This can be one case. Or your cost price is high. Your cost price is high, but still your percentage is less. Again you will get more profit. ఇప్పుడు ఇద్దరం 1 lakh తోటి బిజినెస్ స్టార్ట్ చేసాం అనుకుందాం ఫర్ ఎగ్జాంపుల్. Who will get more profit? Who will get more profit? మీ పాడ ఎగ్జాంపుల్ ఇచ్చా, లక్ష పెట్టావు, నేను లక్ష పెట్టా, ఇద్దరిలో ఎవరికి ఎక్కువ ప్రాఫిట్ వస్తుంది? ఫర్ దోస్ హూస్ ప్రాఫిట్ పర్సంటేజ్ ఈజ్ మోర్ will get more profit. Yes or no? This is one case where you have more profit in terms of percentage. The other case is, though profit percentage is less, still you will get more profit. I have invested 1 crore, I got 10% as profit. You have invested 1 lakh, you got 90% as profit. Who will get more profit? The one who invested more but percentage is less. In these two cases, there are possibilities of getting more profit. Let's try to calculate it. $25. 25% of what? కాదు కదా, cost price is 3%, selling price is 3, and in the case of getting 25% profit, so 125% is equal to 3, 100% is equal to how much? This is your cost price, but as you are asked about profit, let's directly go for 25% profit. Very less compared to other numbers. But look at your options. Do you have none of this? Just do it for only 5 companies. A, company A recorded 120%, 20% profit, so selling price becomes 120%, which is equal to 18. Profit is 20%, this is equal to how much? Hold it. This is A, this is C. Next option, D. D, we have 12% profit. Selling price becomes 112%, which is equal to 20. Profit is 12%, this is equal to how much? Next, E. There is a profit of 20%. 120% is equal to 10. Profit is 20%, which is equal to how much? This is E. Next is F. F na? Yes. F made 24% profit. So 124% is equal to 25. Profit is 24%, this is equal to how much? Now, you need to have highest number here. 1/6, right? 1/6, right? 1/6, 3. Eliminate. This is also 1/6, right? As this number is more than this, eliminate. 18 is more than 10, numbers are same in terms of percentages. Here you will get more value, eliminate. Next, 112 and 12. 10% of this, 11.2, just more than that. 10% of this, 2, just about 2%. Eliminate. 124 is 25, 24 is how much? Near about 1/5, right? Near about 1/5 or not? 1/5 of this, 5. Eliminate. Next, 64. If in the given financial year income of company D was 535 crores, income of D 20%, income of D 20%, 20% is given as 535 crores. What was the approximate expenditure of company B in that year? For first of all, let me calculate selling price of company B. Selling price of company D is 20%, which is equal to 535, and here I have 12%. This is equal to selling price of B. This is equal to how much? 60%, right? 10% of 20, 10% of 20, 2, 60%, 12, 10%, 53.5 into 6, 50 6 times, 300, 6 3s, 18, just remember, 6.5 is 3, 18 plus 3, 21. So total this is 321. So selling price of B is 321 crores. This is equal to 321 crores. And company B made 15% profit. If it makes 15% profit, selling price becomes 115%. Expenditure in the sense cost price. 100% is equal to how much? Right? 10% of this? But you need to subtract 15, right? To make it 100. 10% of this number is 11.5, but you still need to subtract 3.5, which is near about 1/3. Near about 1/3. So near about 1/3 of 10%. 10% of this number 32. Forget about 0.1. Right? 1/3 of this number 10.7. So total 42.7. If you subtract 42.7 from this number, from 321, first subtract 21. Still you need to subtract 21.7. If you subtract 21.7 or 22 from 300, you will get 278 something. Your answer is also approximate. Your answer is also approximate. Approximate అని అడిగారు కదా. Yes. Next, 280, 65. The expenditure of company F was 750. Expenditure of company F. Expenditure of company F. Cost price of F is given as 750. Okay. What was the total income of all the companies given together? Now first let's calculate selling price of F. F made 24% profit. 24% profit. So if you add 24% of this number, you will get selling price of 24% of 750. Wait a minute. 24 easy. 10%, 75. 20%, 150. Hold it. 1%, 7.5. Double, 15. Double, 30. So total you need to add 180. If you add 180 to this number, that becomes 930, which is selling price of F. And with respect to whole total income, it occupies 25%. So 25% of total income is 930. 100% of total income is how much? 900 double 1800 double 3600. 30 double 60 double 120. 3600 plus 120. 3720.